After my illness, people said, "You're lucky. You survived." Lucky. As if luck was waking up at 3 a.m., convinced your body was betraying you again. As if luck was the panic that floods your chest every time you feel a new ache, a new pain, wondering, is it back? After my dad passed, they said, he'd want you to be happy. But how do you explain that happiness feels like a betrayal? That laughing feels like forgetting? That some mornings you wake up and for 3 perfect seconds, you forget he's gone, and then you remember, and the grief crashes in all over again, fresh as the first day. And when I spoke about my mother, they said, you have to forgive. Have to. As if forgiveness is a switch you flip. As if the child inside you, who needed protection, doesn't still wake up sometimes, wondering why love came with conditions. Why safety was never guaranteed in the place that should have been safest. Everyone had something to say, except silence. No one asked what it actually felt like. To live inside a body that still remembers fear. To flinch at raised voices. To rehearse conversations in your head because you learned early that saying the wrong thing had consequences. To wake up every single day trying to find safety again, not in the world, but in yourself. What if healing isn't about moving on? What if it's about moving honestly? We live in a world that celebrates recovery. Hospital discharge, balloons and flowers. Funeral done, casseroles and condolences for a week. Back to work, back to life, back to normal. The world claps for survival. But healing doesn't follow the same clock. The body doesn't read calendars. The heart doesn't follow deadlines. Everyone loves a comeback story. The montage, the transformation, the moment someone rises from the ashes. But no one talks about the silence after. The exhausting, ordinary days that follow. When you're still tired, still afraid, still learning how to trust your own body again. Still negotiating with memories that arrive uninvited. When you can't snap out of it or move on, you start hearing it, those words that sting more than silence ever could. Don't dwell on it. Be strong. Everyone has trauma. Time heals all wounds. But what if it's not time we need? It's understanding. What if some wounds don't fit into timelines? They live inside our breath, our pulse, the way we brace when someone raises their voice, the way we hold our shoulders, the way we apologize for things that aren't our fault. You can't just decide not to be affected anymore. The body doesn't work that way. Trauma isn't stored in your thoughts alone. It's in your muscles, your nervous system, the way your body responds before your mind even catches up. When people say, move on, what they often mean is, make me comfortable again. Your pain makes them uneasy. Your grief reminds them of their own. Your anger challenges the narrative they need to believe, that family is always good, that everything happens for a reason, that if you just think positively enough, you'll be fine. But healing isn't about keeping others comfortable. It's about finding what's true for you, even when it's messy, even when it doesn't make sense to anyone else. We can never truly be in someone else's shoes. We don't know their breaking point, their capacity, their history. We don't get to stand on the outside and say, don't hold anger, or you have to forgive, or they did their best. I've heard all of those too, and they all carry the same message. Your feelings are too much. Please make them smaller. But trauma can't be compared. There will always be someone who's been through worse, and that means nothing. Your pain is not less real because someone else's is different. Your struggle is not invalid because someone else's looks harder. Some people were hurt by strangers, some by circumstances, and some were hurt by the very people who raised them, the ones who were supposed to protect them, love them, keep them safe. Some were silenced by those who should have listened, blamed by those who should have believed them, shamed for speaking up, shamed for breaking down, told their memory was wrong, their feelings were too sensitive, their reality didn't matter. And then the world calls them unfilial for walking away, ungrateful for setting boundaries, selfish for choosing peace over proximity. But how can you heal in the same place that broke you? How can you grow in soil that was never meant to nourish you? Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending it didn't happen. It doesn't mean saying, it's okay now, when it never was okay. It means you can finally speak your truth without shaking, without apologizing, without wondering if you're allowed to feel what you feel. It means the story that once buried you, the one that played on repeat, the one that whispered you're not enough, you're too much, you're broken, no longer defines you. Letting go isn't weakness. It's not giving up. It's not betrayal. It's readiness. And readiness has its own timing. You can't force it. You can't fake it. You can't rush it because someone else is tired of waiting. You reach it when your body finally feels safe enough to exhale. When the weight you've been carrying doesn't feel as necessary anymore. When you realize that holding on was protection once, but now it's just weight. That's what Let Go Live On really means. We don't let go because people told us to. We let go when we're ready, when we've met the pain, sat with it, understood it, honored it, and learned how to stand beside it without fear. Living on isn't forgetting the past. It's not pretending you're fine when you're not. It's carrying what's true and releasing what no longer needs to lead. It's letting the pain be part of your story without letting it write every chapter. It's knowing that what happened to you is not the same as what's possible for you. If you're still healing from illness, from grief, from family pain, from betrayal, from loss, don't rush yourself. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not too slow. You're simply honoring your pace. And that's the bravest thing you can do. Healing has no deadline, no finish line, no certificate of completion. You'll let go when you're ready. And when you do, not because someone told you to, not because you're supposed to, but because your heart finally knows you can, you'll find peace. Not the kind that erases everything, but the kind that lets you breathe again. The kind that lets you wake up and feel something other than dread. The kind that reminds you, you survived, yes, but more than that, you're learning how to live again. And that, more than anything, is enough.